Depends on his sincerity. Somebody can take 5, 10 years, and somebody may take 10, 15 years, somebody may take 20, 30 years, but he can be purified. And for Grihasthas and all, where is the forum? How much can they read Prabhupada books? As I was telling you here no, yesterday, Raishampur has given a chance for the brahmacharis who want to chant 64 rounds daily. They just have to ask Radheshampur. And Radheshampur say, okay, so what all services are hindering? Because he morning to 16 rounds will get over. Let's say he may get up early and all. So by the end of morning program, he may complete 25 rounds, maximum 32 round around, because he has to attend morning program also. Then just 4 more hours are required in the daytime, which Radheshyam Bro is ready to adjust. Some service, something. He will reduce his services or something he will do. Radheshyam Bro is ready. He's very open-minded, open-hearted for that kind of thing. Till now, only I know one brahmachari in our ashram who chanting 64 rounds daily. Others are chanting more rounds, but not 64, to my knowledge. Maybe there are one or two, because there is a difference. And then such a person stands out in Brahmacharya ashram. Brahmacharya ashram is a very close community, no? All our friends is like hostel only, like voice center. So if somebody chanting 64 rounds, it news cannot remain hidden. It will go to other brahmacharis. Like that. People about me also people discuss. प्रभु जी आप एक्स्ट्रा माना करते कितना माना करते वो आप वो चिंता मत करो. One person directly asked in Bhagavatam class, you say that so much you talk. Because I talk about 64 rounds, 58 minimum, then only one. So you are talking so much, we should chant. He was challenging also. How many rounds do you chant? Like that he asked. And as a Bhagavatam speaker, you have to answer the question. So I said, I am not even chanting 16 rounds. Hmm. I took a vow during my initiation that I will chant 16 rounds. I gave that promise, vow in front of my spiritual master, but I am not even chanting 16 rounds because sleep attacks, our mind is wandering. So, so I feel disgrace that, I feel, what a fool I am, that I'm not fulfilling my promise. So some brahmacharis approach Prabhu, you are very intelligent. You never answered it. You took a very humble role. You said you are not even chanting 16 rounds. What I said, I also said, हम तो खाली दिखावा कर रहे हैं 16 माला जप करने का. I'm not chanting one round also I said, but I am only making show of chanting 16 round. तो बाकी ब्रह्मचारी जो हमारे साइड वाले बहुत स्मार्ट है आप, नहीं उतने स्मार्ट नहीं. And it takes time to recover from this foreign nature. But if one is engaged in hearing the glory of the Lord, gradually he realizes his real position. See, solution has come. If one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he realizes. Gradually, see the words. Prabhupada's words are chosen very carefully. In one morning walk, one of the disciples leader asked Prabhupada, so how is your translation going on? Prabhupada said that it's on hold. For last 2 days or so, I'm waiting for one word. He said, what is this, Prabhupada? Why should your time is very important? You just put some synonym, something equivalent to it. Prabhupada said, no. These books are law books for next 10,000 years. I just can't put any word like that. So Prabhupada, you know how much he had to write. He waited for 2 days. What a sacrifice. That means you can imagine the value of each word that is there in the purports. So see the words. It takes time to recover from this foreign nature, but if one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he realizes his real position. Gradually. So that's what I said. Brahmachari also, though they are also challenged to any brahmachari, are they really engaged into hearing the glories of the Lord? No. A lot of time Prajalpa also goes on, eating, this and that. It requires very sincere practice of brahmachari life. Then it is possible. By the grace of God, such a devotee gets sufficient strength. Sufficient strength, because ordinary strength is not enough to defend Maya's attacks. By the grace of God, such a devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of disturbances. How much of disturbance will be around, and it will hit you like anything. You have to be disturbed unless you are sufficiently having that strength, which is grace of God. When God, Krishna's grace comes, when you hear about Him. If you don't hear, forget it. And gradually, all disturbing elements are eliminated from his mind. See, gradually. See, gradually what has come twice. Why not Prabhupada? And quickly, ki jhad ki patti. Within no time. He is not using words. Gradually. It takes time. So when you reach Anartha Nivrutti, when you reach Nishtha stage, after Anartha Nivrutti, in your heart, 75% Anarthas are removed. 25% are there. That's why Nashta Prayeshu. Vedvyas also is Supreme Lord Narayana only. Generally, Vedvyas is Shaktavish Avatar. But Vyasdev is not Shaktavish Avatar. He is Lord Narayana himself. So he has given, to see the words, Nashta Prayeshu. Almost nil. 25% Anathas remain. That is not a problem. Nishta onwards, the progress is very fast. You all know this thing. Up to Anatha Nivrutti, it is like this. Nishtha is plateau, a flat surface. And then afterwards, Ruchi Astakti Bhav Prem, those four are like super fast. It is going downward. Doesn't need much. Slow, careful one need to be. One cannot commit offenses and all that. If a sannyasi commits offense to a neophyte person or outsider, he will fall down. Because Krishna Prem is trying to get, Krishna Prem is Nameruchi Vaishnava Seva Jeev there. Instead of having Daya on Jivas, how can he offend them? That means he has not understood the whole thing. His namesake sannyasi, externally renounced, but internally he is attached to false ego. He felt I was insulted and he offended another person. He'll fall down. Krishna does not tolerate. So this is the solution for these two paragraphs. And plus you can read, this is 1 to 17, 1 to 18 also you read, Nashtapraya Shabdam with purport. And 1 to 19, Tada Rajastamo Bhavaha Kamalobhadayashi Chete Taranavidam Sitam Satve Prasidati. So these three shlokas are in one sense are taking you from Anatha Nivritti to Nishtha stage. And this is enough for now. Afterwards, Ruchi Bhav, that is very fast. That doesn't need much discussion in one sense. But the point is, so what happens? We are all born in India. It's likely, most likely, we were all had bhakti in previous life only, to some extent. So Adu Shraddha was there. And then we came across some sadhu, devotee in ISKCON. And then he said, chant Hare Krishna, come to temple, come here. And we came here also. So Bhajan Kriya began. And then one gets initiated. That's official beginning of Bhajan Kriya. And then another nivritti starts. But then we offend Vaishnavas because of passion and ignorance mainly. Unknowingly committed offenses are because of ignorance, and knowingly committed offenses are because of passion. Mistake of the mind, mistake of the heart. This is because of passion and ignorance. When we come to more of God and goodness, you're very clear about the whole science of progress in bhakti. So you know Vaishnava Seva is the goal of my life. How each and every Vaishnava I should be serving very carefully. Vando Mui Savadana Mate. That is not only in Guru. When Guru Maharaj comes, keep safe distance and whatever he wants, I will give. I'm like a personal servant or I will give my life for him. It is not for Guru. Guru, how many times he'll come in your life? Who is the disciple who gets to serve Guru for 1 hour continuously? All the ISKCON disciples, how many of them have served their spiritual masters Vapu for 1 hour continuously as personal servant? Very few. Those who are personal servant, they serve day after day, month after month. All others are from a distance only. And we hear the Vani only, the lectures, the instructions, and like that. So other devotees also we have to serve. Madhyamadikari's characteristic, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you all might have heard that verse. यस्यात्म बुद्धि गुणपेत्री धातु के स्वधि कलत्रादिषु भौम इज्जति यतीर्थ बुद्धि सलिले न करिचित जनेषु अभिज्ञेषु सएव गोकर. In this, in Jaiva Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there are 4 buddhis mentioned. Yasyatma buddhi, Atma buddhi. What is Atma buddhi? I am this body. Kunapa, it is a bag of 3 dhatus. What is fulfilled in this? Kapha, Vata, Pitta, bile, mucus, air. These 3. यस्यात्म बुद्धि कोणपे धातु के स्वधि कलत्रादिषु his body, his wife, his children are कलत्रादिषु भौम इज्जति. Sorry, स्वधि कलत्रादिषु. This he said this is called mamata buddhi. My wife, my children, my this, my that. This is so atma buddhi, mamata buddhi. स्वधि कलत्रादिषु भौम इज्जति. Ijja buddhi. Bhaum, the land where I am born, India. मेरा भारत महान. जननी जन्मभूमि Swargadapi Gariyase. My mother, my motherland, they are more glorious than even heavenly planet. So this is Ijja Buddhi, third. Ijja Buddhi, Tirtha buddhi salilena parichit. Tirtha buddhi. 4. That I go to holy place, take a dip in holy water, Ganga, Yamuna, somewhere I take bath, and now I have got rid of all the sinful reactions. This is Tirtha buddhi. But Sadi Kalatrajshi Bhoma Jadi Yat Tirtha buddhi salilena parichit. Janeshu Abhigneshu Sayava Gokhara. He doesn't go to holy places to inquire from Janeshu, the Brahmanas, the sadhus over there. So his buddhi is Gokhara, like foolishness of a cow and foolishness of a donkey. So this is the normal explanation as is there. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives nice angle to this whole thing. When one becomes a Madhyamadikari, he crosses Anatha Nivritti, he comes to Nishtha stage. So how he has 4 buddhis? Complete different explanation. Yasyatma buddhi. What does he think of himself? Not the body. He thinks I belong to Krishna. I am Krishna's, I am devotees. I am devotees property. And then Mamata buddhi, not that my wife, my children, this and that. No, all the devotees are mine. I am theirs, they are mine. You understand? Atma buddhi, Mamata buddhi. Ijja buddhi, devotees are worshipable, not my mother and my motherland. Devotees are worshipable. So every devotee is ready to arti. How many of us are ready to do arti for? Alex, what's your name? Somnath. So now we give him some chair here, and I take that asana and I blow the coin. And then I start doing arti. And ghee lamp means 4 times to lotus feet, 2 times to lotus navel, 3 times to lotus face. At least for Madhyamadikari, one has to do. Madhyamadikari will do that arti. You know? Arti, I'm just giving one example. Ijja, basically, one has to worship him. Worshipable. He's worshipable. So much respect to be given. Understand? So, and then at the end, conch, offering all these items, argya and all that. So that is Ijja Buddhi. And Tirtha Buddhi, the devotee himself is holy place personified. Why should I go from this place, keeping this as a devotee here, and go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, Navadip? No need. Bhagavad Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadabhrita. When Vidurji came after his pilgrimage was over, after the battle of Kurukshetra was also over, so when he came to Hastinapur, Yudhishthira Maharaj worshipped him. And then he says, Bhagavad Bhagavatas, devotees of your caliber, Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho. You yourself are holy place personified. Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani. Not only you are holy place personified, you are Tirtha actually. Otherwise, all the holy places are most sinful places because all the sinful people go and dump their sins in the rivers over there. So they are very unholy places. All holy places are very unholy because of these sinful people coming and dumping their sins. But same very unholy places are made holy when pure devotees also visit because those holy places are the places of pastime of the Lord. Lord has done some pastime. He has appeared as deity. Some temple is there. Some kund is there. So holy men go there and they make such unholy places into holy places. Tirtha bhuta swayam vibho. Tirthi kuruti tirthani swa antastena gadabhritaha. Because you, my dear Vidurji, you are holding Krishna in your heart. So wherever you go, you make that place. You yourself are holy place because Krishna is there in your heart. And you make all other places, unholy places into holy places. So this is Tirtha Buddhi. One Madhyamadikari, how he sees another Madhyamadikari. So this is very amazing. So this is called a Nishtha stage. So we have to reach there. It takes time. It takes practice. It requires patience. It requires following the science, knowing it and following it perfectly under the able guidance of pure devotee or pure representatives of a pure devotee. Either of the two has to be there. Otherwise, materialistic people are there or materialistically minded devotees are there. Kanishta Adhikari is called as materialistic devotee. He's devotee, but he's materialistic. He's Bhaktadham, lowest of the devotees. And he has envy in his heart. He competes with other devotees. He compares with other devotees. He criticizes other devotees and he complains about other devotees. 4 C's that lead to cancer. Competing, criticizing, comparing, and complaining. So this is there as a part of envy. Because envy is there in the heart. This is what sadhaka will do. Just like in the college, there is cutthroat competition for entrance exam and other things. So in the devotee sangha also, Kanishta Adhikaris will be attacked by these 4 C's because envy is there in the heart. Passion ignorance is very high. So it has to be all purified under the able guidance. Regular Granth Bhagavad service should be there. Nityam Bhagavad Seva. Then this will all, still it will take time gradually. It's not so fast. Yes.
Only, my question was regarding studies, like where should we draw that line for study, as sometimes we are too much engrossed in college academics and
According to the time plus circumstance, when exam comes, before that the time will be quite intense only. So much heard or studied during the semester, that all has to be reproduced in the exam period. So that will be intense period. But otherwise, it is the condition